Praise God. Jesus bless this message. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, guys, if you tried to go to the website, because today's our day to update it, GoDaddy's having some issues, so they said. Some of the GoDaddies work just fine, and some of them are not. It's something to do with Microsoft 365, and they said give them a few hours, and they'll try to see what's going on. And, there's an automated machine that we are aware of what's going on with your Microsoft 365 and your GoDaddy account, and please give us some time. We're working on it and all that stuff. So when you go there, it looks like it's not there, but they said it is. So let's just give it time to see when they get this fixed. But until then, keep coming here. I'll let you know when it's up and running, and I'll give you everything you need right here, okay, as well. So let's go ahead. We're talking about the high priest. And I want you to look at this high priest right here. Right here. And God told me, remember I told you anything I asked the Lord, he'll tell me. You wanted to know why is 1 foot, lighter and 1 foot darker, right? Well, God told me because he was not sinless. 1 foot was clean. He walked clean with the Lord in one way, and one way he walked dirty opposite God. That's why 1 foot is, I don't know if that's what the person who made him symbolized that is. I don't even know if they knew they did that. But that's what Jesus told me that is right there. Okay, because 1 foot was dirty, 1 foot was clean. Aaron sinned. He's the one that had them build that golden calf when Moses came down the mountain, right? Aaron also, the high priest Aaron, also did what God told him not to do when turning that that rock into, open it up for some water. So anyway, yeah, he sinned. This is a high priest. He sinned. Jesus had no sin. There's no sin found in him whatsoever. So even though he's a high priest and represents a foreshadow of Jesus, this man sinned. This man did not. Okay? Now let's talk about the other things. You notice this priest is dressed differently than this one. There's only one high priest. That's him. Okay? There's only one Mashiach. One high priest, Jesus Christ. That's it. One sinless high priest. He did everything, y'all, Jesus did, that no man could ever do. He did what Adam could not do. Adam failed us. He did what the high priest Aaron could not do. Aaron failed us. Y'all, you understand? Aaron fulfilled his spot because he wasn't supposed to be sinless. He was supposed to be holy, but God knew this man was not going to be to show. He's a foreshadow of Jesus. He wasn't here to be perfect like Jesus is. But he was supposed to be holy. He's still supposed to obey God, and he didn't do it. Okay? And that's the story with all of us, right? We got 1 foot clean, 1 foot dirty. God says, you came into this relationship dirty. God says, clean it up and keep it clean. Who can help you do that? Jesus. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All right. They don't have, this is the best I could find. They don't have the blue string on the mitre up here and stuff, but there's a specific reason God told him to dress just like you see it. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at it. Go to Exodus 28:4. And let's just go to Exodus 28:4. And we're talking about his coat, Exodus 28:4. 28:4. Okay. Wait a minute, am I talking about his coat? Yeah. This is his embroidered coat, which it says here, and these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, an ephod, a robe, a skillfully woven tunic, a turban, and a sash. So they shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother and his sons, and they shall minister to me as priests. Number one, and I ask you guys, what's the purpose of Aaron and these high priests? Go ahead and pause in the comment section right now and answer that question. What is the purpose of Aaron and these high priests? Are they there to minister to man and God, or are they there to, what are they there to do? Go ahead and pause your video. Please don't keep it running while you go type that in, because I'm about to tell you. I want you to try. You got to try. Read it right there. It says in verse 4, So they shall make holy garments for Aaron, your brother, and his sons, and that he may minister to me as priest. Their duty was to minister to the Lord, not to the people, to the Lord. Okay? And there you go. All right, let's go on down to B. You got the robe right here, this robe under here. See the white robe? It's under there. Okay, you've got the robe with the golden bells and the pomegranates down here. See it down here? Take this off right here. This is the ephod. Remove that off from over his head, and you have the robe. Okay, and all by this white section down here, there's the bells and the pomegranates. Okay, why would God specify bells and pomegranates? You know what I'm saying? Well, there's a reason. Okay, go to Exodus 28:34. A golden bell and pomegranate upon the hem of the robe and all around. And it shall be, it tells you why in the next verse, keep reading. And it shall be upon Aaron when he ministers. Means when he's coming to minister before me, God says, he better have them bells and pomegranates on. And it will sound, and its sound will be heard when he goes into the holy place before the Lord, and when he comes out, that he may not die. So God wanted him to wear these specifically when you're coming into the most holy place before the Lord, so he can hear them bells so that you don't die. Because if somebody goes in that room without them bells, they're dead. Okay? And them pomegranates. All right? Now you got the ephod, which is right here, or a girdle. That thing that slips over top of his head, that's an ephod or girdle. Exodus 28:4. Let's go back to 28:4. And these are the garments which they shall make: breastplate, an ephod, a robe, a skillfully woven tunic, a turban, a sash. So they shall make holy garments for Aaron, your brother, and his sons, that he may minister unto me. Okay, now, here goes the fun part right here. The breastplate and the Urim and Thummim. Like, what is the Urim and Thummim? Think about that. Urim and Thummim is light and perfection. Light and perfection. And it was to be inside of this breastplate right here. You can't see them. Well, I mean, they're like right there, but you can't, there's nothing there to see except for just Urim and Thummim. But what's the purpose of this? Light. It represents light and perfection in the 12 tribes of Israel. God promised light and perfection. Who did they get that in? Jesus. He comes from one of the 12 tribes of Israel, doesn't he? So this is the breastplate right here. And I showed you this the other day on video. You also have on his shoulders right here, the stones, the onyx stones. And I showed you there's a difference, because on one you have 12 tribes, and on the other you have 12 sons. So you got 12 tribes here. I'm not going to reteach that video. It's on there. I just did it like last week. Here's the 12 tribes of Israel. Here's the 12 sons of Jacob. You're like, well, 12 sons of Jacob ain't all on there, the breastplate. Two other people's on there. Who are them? And why isn't all of Jacob's 12 sons on the breastplate? Because Joseph and Levi is not on here. Where'd they go? I told you, I explained in the video. Levi got an entire priesthood. Jacob, his dad said, Joseph, I'm going to really bless you. I'm going to take your portion and divide it between your two sons, Benjamin and Manasseh. And so Benjamin and Manasseh was on here. Joseph was not on here, but Benjamin and Manasseh are. Okay? Levi's over there, and he got his own thing going on in the church, the priesthood. Okay? So you have the 12 sons of Jacob on the shoulders, and the 12 tribes of Israel in the breastplate. And there's light and perfection surrounded by God, that breastplate. That's the Urim and Thummim. Okay? Then you have the mitre. Okay? And which is Exodus 20. Oh, let's go back to the stones. I'm sorry, the breastplate. Exodus 28:17. Let's go to the stones in the breastplate. Right here. 28:17 through 21. You shall put settings of stones in it, 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz, an emerald, and that shall be the first row. The second row shall be turquoise, sapphire, diamond. And the third row, jacinth, agate, and amethyst. And the fourth row, a beryl, onyx, jasper. They shall be set in gold settings. And the stones shall have the names of the 12 sons of Israel, the 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet, each one with its own name. They shall be according to the 12 tribes. So the names of because Jacob adopted Benjamin and Manasseh because they were Joseph's sons. So they're now a son. They're now a son. Okay, but he also said according to the 12 tribes. Okay, that's why these are the 12 tribes right here. But Jacob's birth sons are on the shoulders right here. Okay, I'm going to skip through D, E, and F because I've already done those 3 on a video last week. I explained all that. These 2 right here and this right here, I've explained it. Okay, but now it's time to go on to the mitre. The mitre. The mitre. I don't know if it's mitre or mitre. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. But I'll tell you what it is. If you look right there at, where is it? Lost my place. Oh, here it is. The mitre, which is Exodus 28, 4 through 39. Go ahead and you go there and read that. Exodus 28, 4 through 39. Is it 4 through 39? Yes. 4 through 39. That's on his head, y'all. There's a turban and a mitre. Okay, Exodus 38, what did I say? Exodus 28, I'm sorry. 4 and 39. Read 4, I'm going to go to 39. We have read 4 a bunch of times. You shall skillfully weave the tunic of fine linen thread. You shall make the turban of fine linen. You shall make the sash of woven work. For Aaron's sons shall make tunics, and you shall make sashes for them. And you shall make sashes for them. You hear that part? And you shall make hats for them, for glory and beauty. So their hats are for glory and beauty. They're the priests, high priests, right? But you notice something different on the front of his forehead. Do you see how far back goes by keep your mind set on things above? Okay, and you will receive a mark on your forehead or your hand, right? Or you will be marked by God. He's marked by God. Look, he's marked by God. He's got a crown of thorns on his head. He's got a crown on his head. King of Kings, King of Israel over here, holy unto the Lord right here. He's showing his holiness to the Lord. He showed it his whole life right here. So that goes to you. The mark of the beast, y'all, is more than just getting something stamped on there on your forehead. It's what you set your mind on. It's what kind of, if you set your mind on hatred, do you set your mind on love? Do you set your mind on knowing the Lord, or having a teachable spirit, or having an argumentative spirit? What kind of spirit do you have? What's your mind set on? Okay, it'll show if you're marked by God or marked by the devil. But anyway, he was very much commanded to put holy unto the Lord on top of his head. I want to go back. I'm just going to go through this real quickly. I told you the gold inscription on there. And then you got the censer burning coals that represents the prayers of the saints. And he was always walking around with them prayers, man. And I want you to see how the Catholic system has tried to steal what God had instituted, and they're changing it around. Of course, they're teaching now at the mouth of the serpent. And instead of the exact headwear that God commanded, they have the headwear like a fish to their pagan god Dagon. That's the Pope and everything. But he tries to steal it and change the way, God commands it. I just want you to see that. Okay? And which is probably why right here that he showed a dirty foot and a clean foot, because there are going to be people in a position of priesthood that's going to be dirty. So you have to know him to know, okay, if they're dirty or clean, all that stuff. Bottom line, this man right here, Aaron, sinned. This one didn't. Okay, I'm going to turn you over here right now. I'm bummed my website's down. I mean, it's bugging me, but you know what? All God's got it all in his hands, don't he? Right here. Let me move this chair. Let's go up here. This is going to be your work, and this is going to be your homework too. If we can't get it on the website, we have something else on the website. That's okay. I was going to have you do this here, but go ahead. I don't know if we can get the website going, whatever. So right now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go, and I told you the 12 tribes of Israel, the descendants of Jacob. What did they do? Joshua 13 through 21 chapters. I know, man. Isn't it something that you got to get and read the Bible? Read it and enjoy it. Get you a bowl of grapes and blueberries, man, and get you some water and sit down and have a field day with the Lord. Joshua 13 through 21. Number 2, the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus, they represented the 12 tribes of Israel. So the apostles did what? That question mark means the apostles did what? The 12 apostles were chosen by Jesus Christ. They represented the 12 tribes of Israel. They did not replace the 12 tribes of Israel. They fulfilled the 12 tribes of Israel. And the apostles did what? In Luke 22, 28 through 30. Now, in number 3, it talks about 12s. If you don't know what the number 12 means, there's 12 tribes of Israel. They're the 12 descendants of Jacob who formed a kingdom in the promised land. And then Jesus also said, now listen, the 12 tribes were told to go and form a kingdom. That's why each one got a piece of land. Go out there and form your kingdom. Okay? Get a kingdom going and have the people abide by my laws, right? Jesus said the government rests on his shoulders. I've been trying to tell you all that with all this Donald Trump, Kamala Harris stuff, man. Both of them as crooked as you can get, right? And if any Christian knows that, there's not a lesser of the evil. And I've been trying to tell you people, God says in this case like this, the government rests on his shoulders when you got 2 crooked people trying to lead a government. It's on, so you give it to Jesus. But anyway, that's in Isaiah 9:6, where the government rests on my shoulder, on his shoulders. So 12, we know 7 is there's a lot of numbers that God created numbers. Okay, the Bible's full of numbers, man. But the 12 symbolizes perfection and completion in matters of government. Okay, so that's why you got 12 tribes of Israel, 12 apostles, right? 12 symbols perfection and completion in matters of government. Okay, the apostles, as we know, are the formation of New Jerusalem, replacing the old under a new covenant. Okay, so the 12 tribes are fulfilled by the 12 apostles. Okay, and you can see in James 1:1, do I have that question? Hold on before I talk. No, I don't have that question up here. Wait a minute. Yes, I do too. Who are the foundation of the New Jerusalem? It's in Revelation 21:14. 12s equal perfection and completion in matters of what? Explain it biblically. Here you go. The church is the extension of Israel, fulfilling it under the blank blank. Okay, and as I told you, the apostles, which is the church, right? Yeah. Well, they are the foundation of the New Jerusalem. Okay. fulfilling it under the new covenant. Okay, and that's what it is. Now, in James 1:1, yeah, I do got it down. In James 1:1, followers of the way, or Christians, are called the 12 what? What are we, me and you today? Christians are called the 12 what? In James 1:1. Okay? And what did Jesus promise the apostles will do to the 12 tribes when God's kingdom arrives? In Matthew 19:28. What did Jesus promise the apostles will do to the 12 tribes when God's kingdom arrives? In Matthew 19:28. And I want you to know 12 is a very significant number. There's 12 foundations of heaven in Revelation 21:14. There's 12 tribes of Israel. There's the 12 apostles, which is the fulfilled new 12 tribes of Israel. And the 12 tribes of Israel in the new covenant will do what to the 12 tribes of the old? It's right there, Matthew 19:28. Let's see what I got over here. If you can name the 12 apostles, go ahead and do that in the comment section. And you can answer this stuff in the comment section too. May as well just go ahead and do that because I have a lot of stuff coming out. So name the 12 apostles in the comment section. Okay, the next you pause the video for all this. So the next thing I'm going to ask you is Jacob was renamed what by God? Okay. Now, as I showed you over on the other video, I think I made Friday or Saturday, on the breastplate and the onyx stones, Jacob had 13 children. Okay. One of them was a daughter named Dinah. Right here. She had a daughter named Dinah. Dinah's mother was Rachel. I went over all that on another video. Right? So, there was 12 sons and one daughter. Okay. Some of those, 11 of those served the government, and one of those sons served God. And he served the people too, but he worshiped God and he was ministering to God. Who is that one? 11 of Jacob's sons served in government. One of those sons served God and the people. Which one was that one son that served God and the people? In the comment section. There you go. I think that's all I have right now for you. And I want you to see. So now the main thing I really want to point out. Oh, the mitre on the head. Let me see if I can show you. You'll see that we have a silver cord. You can go do your study on this. God told the high priest to put a silver cord on his turban, right? I want you to go look up in the I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at what I'm doing. I'm backwards. God told the high priest to put a blue cord on his head, right? This represents your thoughts and all that stuff, right? That his wisdom, he's a learner, he's a listener of God, he's a follower, he's a doer. This is what that crown is on his head. He's loyal to God, right? In his thoughts, in his pattern like that. It's supposed to be. So God said, put that blue string on there. But he gave us, normal people, a silver cord. The high priest had to put a blue cord connected to him. We have a silver cord. Okay, the silver cord's in Ecclesiastes. I think I took my notes down. But anyway, our silver cord connects us to this body right here. Our life right here as we know it. Once that silver cord snaps, man, we're going back to where we originally came from. But that high priest was specified to have a blue cord because it keeps him connected to God. That's what it's supposed to be. In other words, the scripture to that, and I'll just help you out, is keep your mind set on things above, because blue is a holy heavenly color. Okay? And it's supposed to set your mind, keep it on attached to God at all times. Okay? And just throwing some little tidbits out there for you. I'm reading my notes, see if I got anything else. I think that's all I got for you today. Wait, did I put this on here? Luke 22. Yes, I did. So, who's going to judge? It's in these questions right here. The 12 tribes of Israel, y'all. It's in Matthew 19:28. Okay. Do this and maybe you'll understand more about the 12 tribes, the high priest, and all that stuff. And we can move on because we're going to be moving on after today, straight on into the sacrifices and all that stuff. Okay? So go ahead and answer this stuff in the comment section. And I don't know. We're going to try to keep on calling our website. I don't know what's happening to it. But other people's having issues with it as well. So let's just see what's going on. And go ahead and do your work right here. And you know we got Perm coming up, right? So I'm not going to throw in a lot of homework out anyway because we have a lot of stuff getting ready to come up. We have Perm coming up next week. And we have our online virtual tour to Israel coming up. This coming up, what is it? The 9th on Sunday. So if you want to go, you got to send the $20 in to me, and gratuity if you want to add gratuity for Avi, and just put AVI on it. Okay, so when you send that money, and I need to know who's going to go. When you send that money, you put, if you say you're sending 25 Avi, and what do? You show up in our barn Sunday. We have church at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please don't put trip on it or anything like that because the IRS think I'm selling trips and I'm not. Okay? You just put IV on it. And then you come to our barn Sunday, online Google Meet room. And the code is, you want to write this down in case you can't get on the website. The code is RAO. It's RAO UBOF MVI. And it's Google Meets. So you look up Google Meets login. That's what you type in, Google, and then Meets, MEETS, and then login. And then put that code in. Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? And you come to the barn. We also have church Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Write this down. Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Wednesday nights, we have it at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't get on the website to get to the link to just click and come in, then that's what you do. You download. Hold on just a minute. Let me get rid of this. You don't download nothing. I'm sorry. You type in there Google Meets in your search bar. You type in Google Meets login. And then you put this code. RAO UBOF MVI, and then you click enter, and then you wait for someone to let you in. That's how you get in there. And if you're like, I still can't get in there, then make sure you have the Google Chrome app, okay? And that's all there is. If you have a Google, like a Gmail account to get your emails, then you have no problem. You come right on in. Okay? So go ahead and get that $20 in, or gratuity if you want to add gratuity, for your trip on Sunday the 9th. Because we're going to a virtual tour into the Tabernacle Temple. And I need to get that in this week. You got to get it in by the 8th, okay? So go ahead and send it, put IV, and please don't try to take it out of your tithes and stuff, because that goes to God. Okay? Take your trip out of your own stuff. All right, please? So go ahead and get that into me and put IV, And then come on in. You guys know he's been doing a fabulous job on these online virtual tours through the Holy Land, man. You know, and it's just, we feel so much closer to God, you know, and it's just a thrill, and it's amazing, and we love it. All right, that's it. This is 30 minutes long. I'm done. God bless you guys. Make Jesus Lord of your life. I'll be coming back on tomorrow, and we're going to go on into the sacrifices. We got to get moving here because we're going to miss a whole week because of Purim coming up next week. Next week, we'll be talking a lot about the book of Esther, Purim, okay? It's not one of the 7 biblical feasts that God, you know, created, but it is very connected to the Lord and things he has done for Israel. It's God still how he works. So yeah, let's just give it a little honor and celebrate it. Celebrate anything God does is good. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Thank you guys. And you know what? Listen to me carefully. Tonight is Monday. We usually don't go in the barn on Monday anymore. We used to. But tonight we are. We're going to come in there and pray. We're going to pray, pray, pray. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on in that barn and we're going to pray. We're going to pray, okay? The Lord showed me something last night in my dream, and I'm going to talk about it when I go. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to talk about it because things are coming, y'all, but there's a purification happening too, okay? You know, God showed me these fires. He showed them to me 2 and 3 years ago. And longer than that, I've been telling you about these fires coming, about the floods coming. He was very serious about all this stuff. He showed me floods in many different ways, for the good and the bad. He showed me the storms. Every storm we get, no matter if it's a cyclone, hurricane, tornado, snowstorm, it don't matter what kind of storm it is, he told you they're going to become severe. Well, it's happening, ain't it? It's been happening since 2.5 years ago when he said now there's going to be floods going to kill people. Well, that very summer, floods came to kill people. So he showed me 4.5 years ago these storms increasing and intensifying in intensity and in strength and severity. We've been witnessing that. We're witnessing the fires he's been warning us about. We're witnessing the earthquakes, different places. We're waiting on one thing, which is I seen the earth crack open. And I told y'all that 3 years ago. I seen the earth crack open to a place that's almost the size of a city. So I'm waiting on that, but I know it will happen. When? I don't know when, but I know it will. He showed me the war with Israel and told me when it was going to happen. And it did. And you guys know that because Deep Believer had me back on her channel with that. So a lot of stuff God's showing me is going down, y'all. But it doesn't mean it's all bad. It's good. It's a good thing. It's horrible if you're not walking with God. But man, y'all, the time is flying by. It's going fast. He's shortening the days for us, or no flesh would survive what's coming with the money system that he showed me, the monetary system. Again, with Elon Musk coming in, things are going to change now, y'all. A lot of things are changing. So I'll go live later and talk about it. All right? But right now, don't forget this. If you want to come in tonight and pray, come in this way. Look up Google Meets, log in, and then put in RAOUBOFMVI and then enter. See you guys at 7 o'clock tonight. God bless you. Thanks some of you for what you've done, for helping our ministry financially. That's in the description below. Matter of fact, I'll put this in the description below too, so you'll know how to get into the barn tonight or any other night. Okay? There you go. But answer this stuff in the comments section, please. I want to see that you understand. I know that's a lot right there, y'all, but you'll get through it. It's all right. All right. What did they do? Here's the question. All right. What did God have them as 12 tribes to do in the first place? That's what I mean. All right. God bless you.